Self-proclaimed British patriot Charlie Downes has declared that he will not go to war under the leadership of Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, arguing that the nation has lost its sense of identity. While global leaders work towards securing a peace agreement for Ukraine, Downes expressed his love for his country during an interview with GB News, stating he would not fight for Britain in its current state. Speaking with host Martin Daubney, Downes, who identifies as a 23-year-old patriot, shared, "When I stand on the Kent Downs, looking over the beautiful landscape that my ancestors built and handed down to me, I feel deeply that I would fight and die for this nation." However, he emphasized that he is unwilling to go to war or be sent abroad by a corrupt, morally bankrupt political class that he believes has betrayed his generation and sold their future for issues such as mass migration and deindustrialization. He criticized the idea of Starmer sending British troops to Ukraine, asserting that they would be sacrificing their lives for the interests of a military-industrial complex based in America. Downes expressed his outrage at the notion of conscription and the prospect of fighting for British and American foreign policy interests, noting that many of his peers share his views. A significant percentage of under-30s would refuse to take up arms for Britain. He criticized the current state of the nation under Labour's leadership, stating that it doesn't feel worth defending. "It's disheartening to acknowledge this reality, but I sympathize with my peers who also feel that this is a country no longer worth defending. What does it mean to be British in the 21st century?" Downes argued that the definition of British values has become too vague, encompassing concepts like democracy and individual liberty without forming a meaningful identity. He pointed to the unrecognizable changes brought by mass migration over the past 3 decades as a key factor in the loss of identity and belonging among his generation. Having lived in England all his life and raised in British culture, Downes lamented the betrayal by the political class that has led to the erosion of the nation's identity. He concluded with a heartfelt statement about his love for Britain, criticizing the political leadership from Tony Blair to Rishi Sunak for actions that he believes have harmed the country. "They have betrayed the citizens who never asked for these changes. We didn't vote for mass migration or other policies that have made life difficult for everyone, especially the youth. It's infuriating to see our country being mismanaged, and Starmer is just the latest in a long line of leaders who have acted against the nation's best interests."